All right, so tonight we're listening to a song called Graffiti de Amor, Love Graffiti, by a Cuban singer, songwriter named Carlos Varela, from his 1995 album, Como los Peces, like the fish, plural form of fish. I first heard Varela in one of my favorite movies, Man on Fire. His song, Una Palabra, is the end of that movie, and I saw that movie in theaters 2004, 2005. Fell in love with it. Anyway, this is a different song though. This is from the 1995. It's a very 1990s production. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It might be off-putting to some people because it does sound dated in that way, but I still really like the song, Graffiti de Amor. So. And that's it. I don't know who's playing guitar in this song, but I'll give kind of my thoughts on the guitar playing at the end. Let's just listen to it. Okay, so this is Graffiti de Amor by Carlos Varela, off of his album, 1995 album, Como los Peces. Okay. So one of the ways in which it sounds very 90s is it sounds like those strings are not live strings but keyboard strings, which is indicative of the time period. Kind of the guitar tone too is indicative of the time period. I would say from the late 80s into the 90s. So if you're listening to, say, for example, Bonnie Raitt stuff from that time period, you're going to hear that sort of guitar tone sometimes. A lot of reverb, that kind of thing.
Pero cuando todo estaba oscuro, ella llegó bajo la luz del alma y con su creyón de labios dibujó señales en los muros.
That voice still very powerful.
Lo que sintió su alma.
The keyboard strings.
Y pintó por todas partes miles de peces de un solo color y llenó las calles con su graffiti de amor. Cuando amaneció flotando la ciudad inundada de dibujos, nadie entendió quién se atrevió a tanto. Unos la fueron buscando y otros iban borrando los muros y ella siguió y hasta pintó los autos y pintó por todas partes miles de peces de un solo color y llenó el asfalto con su graffiti de amor. Eso fue que borraron edificios, muros y vidrieras y hasta la luna que un niño dibujó en la acera. Desde entonces prohibieron dibujar lo que sentía el alma, para cuidar y encadenar la calma. Y como no le dejaron sitios donde dibujar su dolor, se rayó su cuerpo con un tatuaje de amor. Y como no le dejaron sitios donde dibujar su dolor, se rayó su cuerpo con su tatuaje de amor.
All right, so yeah, that's Graffiti de Amor by Carlos Varela. It's entirely possible that they're using live strings and they've had a lot of reverb, but the attack feels like it's all kind of the same. Nothing wrong with that. I think that this is the great production. But it is indicative of the 1990s if I was to just hear it and not know the year. But the guitar playing on this really reminds me, not the guitar tone, but the playing itself reminds me of like John Lee Hooker in particular. John Lee Hooker's ballads in particular, like The Waterfront. And the way in which there's like that movement, the propelling movement on the guitar, but it's in the context of a ballad in a very sincere, heart-wrenching ballad. I really like that form of guitar playing. So it is cool to hear it in a different context than the blues. Apparently, this form of music is indicative of Nueva Trova. New Trova is what that translates to. Trova being an older form of Cuban music. I haven't studied either yet. I haven't studied Trova extensively. I haven't studied Nueva Trova extensively, and I probably will at some point. Nonetheless, this is a really beautiful song from 1995, Graffiti de Amor, by Carlos Varela off of his album Como los Peces. All right, peace.